Do you have a question?
Oh yeah, I do. Oh my God, I lost it after we were started chit-chatting.
Chit-chatting. While you do that, I'm going to get a drink. Hurry up.
Mm.
Do you have a question? Are you ready? Yeah?
I Welcome to the Rosie and Roula show. Marhaba.
G'day.
Maybe you've experienced this, but probably not.
Oh,
And even if a Gen Xer been there, it's cool to go back and remember. So
okay.
my question, Rosie, is if you wake up and it's back in the 90s,
Yeah.
no Wi-Fi, no
Ooh.
cell phone, the simple life, what is the first thing you do when you wake up?
I'm trying to think back to what I did as a kid. I actually have no idea. Because the first thing I do these days is check my phone. I've been trying not to do that. I try to make the first thing I do, I go outside and get some sunshine for at least 5 minutes before I check my phone. But what did I do? Because I was a kid in the 90s. I was born in 91. I don't know, maybe I went and had breakfast? Chatted with mum and dad? Or if they weren't awake, if it was the weekend, I'd turn on cartoons. But that's not an
Yeah.
every morning thing. Yeah. Or I'd write. I
Yeah.
used to love writing too.
You were 4 years old in 95. Let's take you further in the 90s. So like you're 10 years old.
Yeah.
2005. Oh, so you're telling me you had Wi-Fi almost all your life? No,
No.
no.
Well, I remember when we got internet, I was 10 or 11 when we got internet, but it was dial up. It wasn't Wi-Fi. Noisy modem. And it wasn't really something I used. In year 7, so 2 years later, I started using it a little bit, researching for projects, assignments. Yeah, so I did have the internet young, but it's like the birth of the internet. I know it didn't, I think it was well before that, but it was becoming mainstream when I was growing up.
And if you think now, so you weren't the child in 95.
Oh, if I wasn't a child in 95. Okay. If I was
What
the
would
age
you
I am
do?
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like being outside. Maybe I'd sit outside, eat my breakfast outside, go for a walk.
Yes. Not to
What did you
have.
do? I'm curious.
While you're talking, I was trying to remember. Well, the first thing that is for sure is that I had to wake up and hurry up to get ready and go to work.
Oh, true. Yes.
Yes, and there were no distraction. I do know, always turned on the radio. The moment, because my mom used to wake us up on the songs of Fairuz, this Lebanese famous singer. So in the morning, with our wecker, our alarm, was my mom turning on the music.
Yeah.
And because we lived in a small house, so we slept together, my sister and my brother, and we could all hear the songs. And then she started waking us up. And when we woke up, the first thing we did is start to get ready. Well, in 95, I was already working. So yeah, get up quickly and get ready. Have nothing in my hands, actually. I had nothing in my hands. I just walked to the car or walked to take
We didn't need a
like a
constant
cab.
distraction.
No.
Yeah. Sometimes I find it really hard to just sit and be with my thoughts. I feel like I have to
Yeah.
have my phone, do something. I have to fill the time. I couldn't possibly just sit there. It's crazy.
I'm starting to have a rage against the machine. I'm
Whoa,
starting to have a rage
yes.
against the phone, the smartphone.
Say more.
A rage. And I'm calling it a rage because this is really how I feel. I'm thinking of having a phone in my office where my social media is on it, and my regular phone, smartphone, I don't want to have anything on it except WhatsApp because we make calls with WhatsApp, music, podcasts. I want to have two separate phones because this rage against having the phone in my hand all the time. You know, I used to smoke. I was a smoker. I was addicted to nicotine. And every 5 minutes, I felt the anxiousness and I wanted to go out and smoke. And
Yeah.
for fuck's sake, we're all addicted now to our phones.
Yeah, this is true.
We're not smokers. We're worse. We're all being blinded by the lights of the phone.
You know what I
These
do?
are
I don't
titles of
have.
songs hitting in my head.
It's the way your brain works. But what I was going to say, I have different focus modes on my phone. So I'm currently in recording a podcast mode. So even my background's different. It's like a similar photo to what my podcast artwork is. This was before you and I started recording. The only apps I have in this mode are Notes, the Riverside app, the internet, and Starlink, because that's my internet, and then phone, maps, camera. That's it. And then if I'm working, I've got a working mode. And if I'm just chilling out, I've got access to everything. But it's interesting because I can cheat and switch the mode if I want to use a different app. It's quite easy for me to do that. It does create an extra step, so it does help discourage me, but it's very easy for me to just use the app. So you having a physically different phone is pretty cool. However, you could just go download the app on your other phone. You don't think you're going to do that?
Well, that's the whole point, that I don't do that, because if I'm going to download my phone on the app on the other phone, then I'll be a big. I have a relapse. It's like an addiction relapse.
Yeah.
And then I'm truly in trouble because I have to go through my
let's do something. I don't really want to do this.
Phone rehab again.
Phone rehab,
what do you want to do?
You've got an iPhone too. Go in and check your screen time. Mine's going to be like out of this world.
It's too early for me. It's
no, but it'll give you
9:30.
like an average. It'll give you an average.
Okay.
I think it does anyway.
I always have to search where it is.
Yes, same. Screen time.
Where's screen time?
You can search for it in
I
settings.
found it.
Oh my God. I don't think I want to tell you. I have been pretty bad lately. What is your daily average? Oh my God. That's atrocious.
3 hours and 44 minutes.
Guess what mine is?
What?
I can't say it. 8 hours and 14 minutes.
Wow.
Oh my God. Daily average. Are you
3
serious?
fucking hours on the phone.
8 fucking hours. What the hell?
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's insightful.
That's confronting.
Your
and
average
part of
is
our work.
is 8 hours. Mine is 3 hours. So there are days where I'm almost 6 hours. This is
Holy
alarming.
shit.
This is stupid.
Imagine how much time we would gain back. Because I think, obviously, I do like having a phone. There's things I don't want to give up, like being able to communicate with people, make a phone call, maps I use a lot. Those things I feel justified. But other things like I spend a lot of time on YouTube.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm burping because
yes.
I'm drinking soft drink. Excuse me. I spend a lot of time on YouTube and I learn a
Is it allowed to burp
lot.
in public? Is it allowed to burp? We have to go to our very, very beginning of episodes.
Yes, the
Burp and
etiquette
fart.
episode. Oh, yes. Whatever number that was. Go back. Yeah, But that's a lot of time. So I live stream, for example, and they're often 2-3 hours long, sometimes more. Even so, if I took that off, that's still 5 hours a day.
Mm.
That's a lot.
So here's my thought. In my kitchen, I want to use the laptop instead of using my phone, because when I'm cooking, looking at recipes, and I'm doing things that are not social media, even looking for recipes or ingredients. And if I do this from my phone, then I'm using my phone. But also my neck and my face is like this. It's horrible. So I'm thinking of having my laptop in the kitchen and have another phone in my office with social media and everything, and I just lock it because I'm not there all the time.
You're so bougie.
But I'm gonna tell you why, Rosie. I've been an addict smoking, and I know that I'm an addict on my phone. I know how it looks like. If someone hasn't been in recovery, because I guess a person is in their whole life in recovery, wouldn't know what addiction is, will be in denial. I can control it. No, I'm not addicted to it. I can put my phone away. But these are all lies we tell ourselves to justify our behavior.
Yeah.
And it's easier than saying I'm addicted to my phone. When I realized how addicted I am to smoking, I did something about it. I did like steps to stop. They were not 12 steps, they were 6 steps. Recovery. And I learned so much that I see it happening again on my use of the phone. And this rage I have against the phone, against everything what it represents, and how much we're encouraged to be on it. Because now we're encouraged to plan our life on it. Our
Okay,
maps,
here's my
our
next
notes, our
question.
calendar,
You're on your bloody
everything.
soapbox. Whoop. I hear you. But why don't you just get rid of your phone? Why do you need two? Why not just not have one?
I need to call with WhatsApp. I call my family for free and I app with my daughters. So the really valuable app for me on the phone
Is
is
what?
WhatsApp. And here in the Netherlands, every like instances, the city hall, the police, everything is in app on the phone. You cannot do anything anymore on paper. You cannot even go physically to a place anymore. Everything is on the phone.
It's true. Society has made it hard. That's true. So why a second phone? Why do you need social media at all?
Because I need to promote the podcast.
Is there any other way you could do that?
And that
Without no.
Outsource it.
What? Yes, but there is another way. Do you have to do it from your phone?
Yes. Look, with Instagram, it doesn't work from your laptop to put reels and stories like it works from the phone. So it is done to optimally work from a phone and not from a laptop.
Isn't that like they must do that on purpose?
Of course.
Encourages you to spend more time on there.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah,
So
I
my
can't get over
goal
my average.
to get rid of it.
So what's your goal for your screen time? Do you have a goal?
Oh, I want to be very present when my son and kids are at home. I don't want to have this phone in my hand all the time. It's like, I'm going to the bedroom, it's my hand. I'm going to clean, it's my hand. Okay, I do listen to podcasts, so this app can stay on my phone, but I don't have to have it open because the podcast, it's in my pocket. I don't need to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to not hold the phone in my hands anymore and help myself not to just be on stupid social media. That's it.
My most used app, I'm just looking at it. You should look at it too, is TikTok. And that's where I'm beginning to make money and build a brand. So listen to me try to justify this. Oh my God, I'm going to stop doing that. But TikTok.
The problem is that TikTok helping you grow, you need it. And that's a problem, yes, because you're on your phone. But if you reduce watching YouTube, for example, or whatever other things you do, I don't know what we do on our phone.
So my top one, TikTok, and then it's communication apps. It's WhatsApp and Messenger. They're the next two. Then it's YouTube, Facebook, and Safari. So
okay.
TikTok's the biggest one. I mean, seeing that it's messages that are the second and third, I don't feel so bad. However, do I really need to be spending that much time messaging people? It's my way to stay in touch and
the biggest
communicate.
is WhatsApp.
Mm.
Yeah, but we don't have to answer right away. We can
Yeah.
have a scheduled time where and I'm saying we can, like I know how to do it. No, I'm screwing it up and I'm telling myself how it can be done better. Just answer the messages in our downtown time when we're planning to have, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes to answer our messages. We're so expected to reply immediately, to be present.
I hate it when people
instantly.
don't respond quickly. I don't like it.
Yeah, but what's the urgency?
Well, yeah, I suppose. It makes it easier to not make the time to go see someone because we can just talk to them any old time on our phone. So maybe spending less time on messages and that sort of thing isn't a bad thing. Not to mean
if it's
you're
urgent,
not available.
we have to pick up the phone and call.
And you have to answer, Roula.
If we agree, Rosie is calling me because it's urgent, I'll pick it up.
If we make an agreement. True, you just have the conversation. That's true.
Yeah.
Interesting.
This topic, I think we're talking about it out loud, and a lot of people are in denial, and other people feeling the same as us, and a few people probably succeeded in breaking this addiction. It concerns all of us. It's cultural, it's societal. This is something that we need. This is our fentanyl, I think.
Our what?
Fentanyl.
What's that? Oh, fentanyl. Oh, my God. I had a moment.
Yeah.
There's slightly different
I'm
pronunciation.
really exaggerating, but...
Well, no.
We're just...
No.
Yeah.
I don't think it is an exaggeration. And it's just... It has been so normalised. And another parallel I can think of in Australia is alcohol. Alcohol is a very destructive drug, but it is so normalised here to just drink and drink and drink, go get pissed. No one worries about that. No one worries about the phone stuff. I mean, there is talk about it. Oh, I spend too much time on my phone. Or, But what's happening about it?
Yes. Okay. We encourage our listeners to jump with us on this challenge of using the phone less.
Or at least just check your screen time. Go check it. That's the first thing you need to do.
That's a
Go
good
check
one.
your screen time and look at what apps you are using the most. And then maybe you can be more intentional with the time you spend on your phone and maybe the apps you are using.
Yeah.
Not that I'm telling you
All
what
right.
to do.
Let's break this vicious circle. Bye.
Bye-bye. If you got a kick out of our conversation today, can you pretty please hit the follow button and share it with another opinionated person? This is the easiest way for you to support the show. It also gives Roula and I the motivation
Rosie,
to keep
I have
going.
to stop you there. Stop telling people what to do. If they like to follow the show and share it, it's totally up to them. Guys, please, can you help us follow and share the show? Thank you so much. See you next time.
Said.